Welcome to the Pulpit Classroom. This is a video for the vocabulary in Unit 8. As usual, we're going to talk about the important words and then go on with the other words. So first, let's talk about number 16. Extended. Extended is an adjective, but we are not here to talk about how to use extended as an adjective. We're here to talk about how to use the word extend as a verb. Extend is a regular verb. The past tense of that will be extended. Okay? Extend can have three different meanings. One is to lengthen something, to prolong something. The second one is to enlarge something, to make something bigger. And the next one is to expand something. Okay? So you can use a subject with extend with an object. The object being the thing that you want to extend. We have decided to take more time off work and extend our holiday. So you're essentially saying that I want more days for my holiday. So this extend means to lengthen, means to prolong. Okay? So that's how you use the word extend. Then the final one is extensive. So somebody can know something extensively. Extensively is the adverb of extensive. If somebody knows something extensively, or somebody has some kind of extensive knowledge on a particular topic, it means he knows a lot, not just on this topic, but also other things that has to do with the topic itself. Number 17, improve. This is a verb. The past tense is improved, regular. To improve something is to make progress in or with something, or toward something, to make it better. To better something, that's to improve something. Okay, so how do we use the word improve? Somebody plus improve plus an object. So object is the thing that you make better. So Bonnie wants to take a course to improve her communication skills. So she wants to better her communication skill. So that's how you use improve. Now, as for the noun of improve, we have improvement. Again, improvement. Okay? So improvement, you can say make great improvement, huge improvement on something. Number 19. Let's talk about the word track. The past tense of track is tracked. It's a verb in the regular one. To track something means to follow something because maybe you see that as a target. Okay, so somebody tracked something else, like the hunter tried to track the deer, but he quickly lost it in the forest. So the hunter was seeing the deer as his target and was trying to follow it. So that's what track is. Okay, but track can also refers to a path, like a small road or street, something like that. So it will be a noun, countable. Now let's talk about 20. 20 is evaluate. Again, evaluate. This is a verb. The past tense is evaluated. What is evaluate? To see if something is valid, to see if something is good enough. That's what evaluate is. So somebody can evaluate something else. Okay? For example, like before making a decision, you should make sure to carefully evaluate all your options. Over here, evaluate is very close to consider. You have to consider all your options. You have to know what options you have and make a careful decision. Now, evaluate, the noun is evaluation. Again, evaluation. And then that will be a countable noun if you're talking about several different evaluations made by different institutions. But if you're using like my evaluation of your performance, you're talking about something that is not countable. Okay, so when you use evaluation as a countable noun, maybe you're talking about something like evaluation reports, something like that. Now, next one is re-evaluate, means to evaluate something again. Okay, so that's what re-evaluate is. Number 21, we have the word progress or progress. These two words are the same word but of different parts of speech. When you say progress, are you making progress? This is a noun, okay? It's not countable. When you say progress, it's a verb, means to move forward, to advance. So now we're talking about progress as a verb. So it's progress. progress. Okay, that's a verb. So to progress means to move ahead, to move forward, to advance. So somebody progress. Okay, progress is not a verb transitive. It's actually a verb intransitive, which means you don't necessarily need an object after that. So take a look at the example that we have. We need to break up the class system before we can progress, before we can move on, before we can advance. So you see, you do not need an object after progress. And then progress, remember that's a noun. Now let's take a look at the comparison between progress and improve. When you progress, you're talking about the moving forward, the advancement of a person or of something, especially an organization. Like Taiwanese society has really progressed in the last 20 years. Okay, has changed drastically, has moved ahead, has advanced in the last 20 years, which means if you compare the two society, the society that was 20 years ago and the society that is now, these very different. You can see a lot of differences. So that's progress. It means to develop, to advance. That's what progress is. As for improvement, refers to somebody really works hard for something. So the person make a certain skill of his or hers better. To make something better, that will be to improve. For example, the cook worked hard to improve the taste of his food. Okay, so that's what improve is. Now let's talk about number 22, regulate. Regulate, to regulate something means to manage something, means to control something. Okay, so past tense of regulate is regulated. There are a lot of things in life that we need to regulate. For example, you need to regulate the traffic, something like that. So how do we use the word regulate? Somebody regulates something else. For example, you should regulate what you eat if you want to lose weight. So this regulate is very similar to the word control. You should control what you eat. Okay, don't just put anything that you can get your hands on and swallow them whole. Okay, so that's what regulate is. Now the noun of regulate will be regulation. Okay, like there are class regulations that we have to follow. These are rules that we have to follow. Now let's talk about number 24, pile. Okay, pile, the past tense is piled. It's a regular verb, means to put one thing on top of the other. So somebody piled something, like Carol piled all her dirty clothes on the bed. So which means she put all her dirty clothes on the bed. That's what pile is. There's something that is quite similar but not exactly the same. It's called compile. Again, compile. Compile means to write, to gather information and to write something, or to just gather information. That's what compile is. So number one, as to gather information and come up with something, to write something, like a dictionary, you can use the word compile. Like it takes years of hard work to compile a good dictionary. Okay, to put together a dictionary. So first you need to gather as much information as possible, and then you need to write it. Okay, number two, mean gather information. He compiled enough information on his tour of South American capitals to write a book. So that's what compile means. Now number 25, we have the word arouse. Arouse is very similar to the word provoke. To arouse a feeling inside you, so you can feel the presence of that feeling. To provoke a feeling inside you, so again you can feel that intense feeling flowing through you. So that's what arouse is. The past tense of arouse is aroused with a D at the end. So somebody aroused something, brings something up. Like you aroused my curiosity. You bring my curiosity is now up. Okay, so that's what arouse means. Now let's talk about the other ones. Number one, we have efficiently. Efficiently is an adverb. It's from the word efficient. Okay, you use efficiently with an action, like he works efficiently. He always works efficiently. He is an efficient worker. Okay, and then efficiency is the noun and it's not countable. Number two, we have objective. Objective is your goal, your target that you're trying to hit. So this is a noun and it's countable. A person can have several different objectives. And then objective can also be used as an adjective, like he is always very objective. The opposite of that would be subjective, meaning the person, whenever he or she talks about something, is from his or her own opinions. Okay, so objective as adjectivity is the noun of objective. Okay, this is not countable. The opposite of that will be subjective and subjectivity. Number 3, we have the word delay. Delay means to not do it right now and just take a few more days to finish that, sometimes over the due day. So that's what delay is. Can be used as a noun, countable sometimes and sometimes uncountable. Like he made several delays of this document, okay, but sometimes not countable. Delay can also be used as a verb, like I delayed something, okay, like he purposefully delayed the meeting because he needed more time to prepare. Okay, so delay can be used like that as well. Number 4, we have the word buzz. Again, buzz. Buzz means to make the buzzing sound that a bees make. Okay, like boo, like that, some kind of sound like that. A buzz can also be used as a noun, refers to some kind of trend, some kind of fashion that happens. Like what's buzzing now? Okay, like something that is really famous right now. That's what buzz is. Number 5 is period. Period is a noun, countable. So 1 period, 2 periods refers to a period of time. And then the adjective, there are 2 different forms. One is periodic, and then is periodical. Okay, both means the same. But periodical can also be used as a noun, refers to something like a journal. And then number 18, we have system. System, it's a noun, of course, and it's countable. 1 system, 2 system, like the train system, the bus system, these are systems. And the adverb of system is systematically, whereas the adjective of system is systematical. Okay, and then we have something that we commonly use with system, like ecosystem and an immune system. These are the 2 systems that we often use in daily conversations. And at number 23, we have concentration. Concentration is the noun. It's not countable, like the focus. And then the verb is concentrate. And you always use concentrate with on, like he is concentrating on doing his homework. Now on, since it's a preposition, so after that you have to use either VING or a noun. Now moving on to the last one, which is appetite. Appetite is 胃口. Okay, like I don't have appetite for this, means I have lost my appetite for this. And then you can also use appetite to refer to your desire, like something that you want. And when you use appetite that way, it's countable.